Weighty Words and Witty Warnings by Kateb Nuri Alim Shuna. I didn't know words could hold so much weight until they crushed me one day. You know how they say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Yeah, whoever wrote that must have been hit upside the head with a dictionary. Let me tell you, words cut deeper than any blade when flung with venom. I've been sliced by syllables and banged up by verbs that had no business flying out of someone's face. Truth is, we're reckless with our mouths. We shoot off at the lip like verbal cowboys in the wild, wild west, forgetting that not every fight needs a gun or a tongue. We're so quick to be holier than thou, passing judgment like we're handing out parking tickets, flinging opinions like mud on white linen, and applauding people who echo our ego but never challenge our spirit. It's a whole spiritual echo chamber, and the vibe is, don't tell me about myself unless it's praise. We don't push each other to seek our creator. Instead, we push buttons, push lies, and push away conviction. We'd rather be surrounded by those who say, "You right, do you?" than those brave enough to whisper, "You wrong, seek truth." We're spiritual toddlers screaming for candy-coated affirmations instead of asking for that bitter herb of correction. And the worst part, we make it look righteous, dressing our arrogance in robes of self-worth and slapping a "they #blessed" on top of it. Let me take you back to a defining moment. One day I mouthed off something rude, ugly, and downright sinful. I didn't know my grandmother Celestine was behind me. Baby, let me tell you, that woman moved like the wind of judgment. Before I could blink, she slapped the living daylights out of me. That slap had intent. It wasn't just discipline, it was legacy. It felt like Muhammad Ali clocking Sonny Liston and then following it up with a sermon. I saw stars, ancestors, and my own reflection all at once. But more than that, I heard wisdom that day, not from her mouth, but from the echo of her values. Words can destroy, heal, shape, or shame. They can be a sermon or a slap, a hymn or a hammer. But we toss them like dice, hoping they land on love even when we're speaking hate. And it's not just what we say, it's how we say it. Some of us speak in simordni laps, those reverse words like stressed, desserts, or reward, drawer. Think about that. Sometimes our intentions are flipped. We mean to help, but we harm. We mean to comfort, but we cut. And we're too looped up in our own pool of pride to even notice. But we've got time for jokes, so let's have some fun, shall we? Words, weapons, or remedies delivered softly. Yep, your words can either start wars or heal wounds. Choose wisely. Sass, sarcasm always spawns sad situations. It might sound funny in the moment, but that snarky zinger, yeah, it's got emotional baggage. Tongue tools of neglect, generating unseen evil. That little pink slab in your mouth has the potential to plant seeds of destruction if left unchecked. Rant reactions against needed truth. Sometimes we pop off when the truth gets too close to our pride, but hey, a little humility never hurt anybody. Bite, brutality in tone expressed. Not all wounds bleed some echo in the heart. Watch that tone. Lips, let integrity produce speech. Before you speak, ask yourself, is this coming from a place of truth and goodness or just ego and impulse? Silent. Saying is less effective. Now think. Silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Don't underestimate the power of pausing. Yell your ego-lacking love. The louder you shout, the more it shows something inside might be hurting. Try love instead. See, these acronyms aren't just playful, they pack a punch. Consider them your new GPS, guided principles of speech. Let them guide your lips before you find yourself foot first in your own mouth. Now let me drop some folklore on you. There was once a village where words were physical. Every insult turned into a stone that landed on someone's roof. Compliments became feathers, floating around and settling gently on shoulders. Over time, some homes collapsed under the weight of stones, while others gleamed from the soft, glowing feathers. One day, a storm came and blew every house away except the one whose owner had learned to speak only what was needed, what was kind, and what was true. That house stood not because it was built stronger, but because it carried less weight. Moral of the story: don't let your mouth collapse your life. We forget we'll be held accountable for every idle word. The Creator keeps record, not a leaf falls without His knowing. So imagine how much louder your words echo in the heavens. You think that offhand comment disappeared? Nah. It's in a cosmic folder marked Judgment Day. And trust me, you don't want to get read for filth by the Most High. He doesn't miss. We gravitate to people who amend our insanity, who cheer us on while we're sprinting into spiritual traffic. You ever notice that? We avoid folks who hold up the mirror and say, "You trippin'," and instead surround ourselves with those who say, "Live your truth," even when that truth is dragging us to ruin. That's the company we keep. That's the pity party parade, and we hand out invitations like candy. Words are spells, seeds, and swords. They frame reality. They breathe life or death. They shape our legacies and our relationships. So next time you feel like popping off, ask yourself, is this a healing herb or a toxic tongue bomb? Will this deliver or devour? Speak less, mean more, think twice, love louder. Or as Grandma Celestine would say it right or get it knocked right back out of your mouth. Author's Note by Kateb Nuri Alim Shuna. Let me keep it all the way honest. This reflection was born somewhere between a spiritual gut check and a verbal whooping from life and my grandma. Weighty words and witty warnings didn't just fall out the sky fully formed. It came from being run over a few too many times by reckless conversations, some mine, some not. You ever get hit with a sentence so sharp it makes you reevaluate your whole personality? Yeah, that kind of journey. I didn't write this to sound like some enlightened word wizard sitting on a cloud of holy vocab. Nah, I've fumbled my fair share of syllables and launched a few regrettable rants. I've served up sarcasm thinking it was seasoning, not realizing I was oversalting the whole relationship. Trust me, I've had to eat my own words so many times I started bringing hot sauce to conversations just in case. But somewhere along the way, I realized words ain't just air, they're weight. They build, break, bless, or bruise. And while I'd love to say this is just a deep dive into linguistics, let's call it what it is. It's a spiritual survival guide disguised as a roast session. If it feels like I'm stepping on toes, just know I stepped on mine first, and I wasn't even wearing shoes. So, yeah, laugh a little, but listen hard. Let this be your gentle slap from Celestine, minus the actual sting, hopefully. Let it be a reminder that your mouth can be holy or hazardous, healing or hell-raising, and that the Creator isn't playing games when it comes to accountability. He's got a file on your footnotes and your flip-outs. May this reflection help you talk better, love louder, and maybe, just maybe, think before you let your tongue turn into a tornado. With grace, grit, and a sprinkle of holy humor, Kateb Nuri Alim Shuna. So, yeah, laugh a little, But listen hard. Let this be your gentle slap from Celestine, minus the